Madam President, Excellencies, on behalf of Jamaica, I extend warm congratulations to you, Madam President, on your election to preside over this landmark 80th session of the General Assembly. Just last week, Jamaica marked 63 years as a proud member of the United Nations. Jamaica is honored that our permanent representative is co-chairing the working group on UN 80 mandate implementation review, along with the permanent representative of New Zealand, and we look forward to meaningful outcomes. Madam President, Jamaica believes in a future where multilateralism works for all, where no country is too small to be heard, where the concerns of small islands facing rising seas are addressed, where the benefits of globalization are equitably shared, and where international cooperation is based on respect for the sovereignty of each nation. Jamaica has demonstrated unwavering leadership in climate action despite our limited resources. We have committed to achieving net zero emissions by 2050 and have implemented our national adaptation plan with specific measures to build resilience across key sectors, and we are on track to achieve our renewable energy target of 50% by 2030. The global financing system remains fundamentally flawed. It penalizes reforming economies like Jamaica with high borrowing costs while ignoring our vulnerabilities. Through sacrifice, discipline, and sound management, Jamaica has reduced its debt to GDP ratio from 144% to now 62%. Yet we remain locked out of concessional financing because of outdated metrics based solely on per capita income. Jamaica once again condemns the heinous October 7, 2023 attack on Israel and is deeply horrified by the devastating humanitarian consequences of the counteroffensive in the Palestinian territories. A just and peaceful resolution to the conflict is only possible through diplomacy and dialogue. Political instability, gang violence, and humanitarian crises in Haiti affect not only the Haitian people, but the entire region. As current chair of CARICOM, Jamaica has led and participated in efforts to restore peace and constitutional order in Haiti. But security operations alone will not suffice. Haiti's governance deficit and fragile institutional framework must be addressed. Once stability is restored, the international community must help rebuild democratic institutions, ensure free and fair elections, expand humanitarian relief, and invest in infrastructure to support long-term stability. Jamaica has made significant progress in tackling gangs and reducing our homicide rate by more than 50% in recent years. But we know that unless these networks are totally dismantled, our gains remain fragile. This is why we call for nothing less than a global war on gangs, a coordinated international campaign to cut off the flow of weapons, money, and the influence that sustains them. Jamaica has shown that with sound policies, fiscal discipline, and good governance, small nations can achieve great progress. But to build on this progress, we need an international system that is fair, inclusive, and responsive. Let us not leave this assembly with words alone, but with commitments that deliver real change. Jamaica stands ready to work with all member states in partnership and solidarity to create a future defined by peace, prosperity, and dignity for all.
Guys, welcome to Auntie Yami channel. How are you? How are you doing? To all my new subscribers, thank you so much for your love and support. And to all my subscribers, even returning one, continue coming and shower Auntie Yami with love. And to you who hasn't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, because this channel, ask that one and that one, they'll tell you that we always bring organic, fresh content. Each and every content is so organic. You know what? If you go to Africa, you find organic. Jamaica is about organic. We don't like polished. No, we are just here freely and enjoying. Why is all that? Because the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Holness, believes in organic, believes in good policy. Organic means good, polished. That's why you've heard his speech at the United Nations. 80th, we are not forgetting. 80th United Nations Assembly. Is it meeting or summit? Whatever. General conference, whatever. But Auntie Yami, oh my God, I'm so impressed. Because this Prime Minister is not like any other Prime Minister out there. They are there, but this Prime Minister, did you see him? He sat there addressing global leaders in that conference room without fear, talking about issues around the Caribbean nations, security issues there. Oh my God, what about issues around the world? Palestinians, Israel issues. Oh my God, did he stop there? No, he did not forget climate change. Climate change. He doesn't want us to forget that climate change is also one of the major issues that is affecting the whole world, not only the Caribbean. He did not stop representing the CARICOM. You know, the war on drugs. He said he's inviting the whole world to help fight this war. It's not only for the Caribbeans. No, it's for the whole world. We need to tackle these drugs. Are they channels? This is what Prime Minister Holness said. It's not like I'm going to tell you the whole speech, but at the end of the day, you know, I always say there are other people, even like Auntie Yami. There might be a video, but sometimes we want also to hear Auntie Yami analyzing that speech. So what do? I always search, bring out that speech and start explaining and also adding my views, how I feel about that. Anyway, as I always say, Prime Minister Holness is chair of CARICOM. And then I came across President of Guyana, President Ali. even him, I don't understand what is going on. These leaders who are in the CARICOM, you can see that their speeches are so similar. Wow. Let me screen that speech. It was about security in that area of the Caribbean. Gangs is a big issue, major issue. Then, what about worldwide? The same thing, Palestinians, Israel issues is also the main thing, talk of the town. He couldn't stop there. What about climate change? He thought, wow, I know our chairman, Andrew Holness, the honorable one, is here. But I'm going to stand up here and also talk about the issues, major issues. As you know, even him, he's just been chosen again. And as Prime Minister Andrew Holness put it, it's not honeymoon time just because we had election now. Oh, you know what? Prime Minister and his family, they are on holiday in New York. Oh, Irfaan Ali, president of Guyana, is on holiday. No. These leaders, they don't have that time. They started straight away because they know. You Jamaicans and the whole Caribbean, you are so blessed. Because it's not only two of them. Yesterday you saw myself that I had to bring Mia Motre. There will be more coming. But today we are going to talk about our Prime Minister Andrew Holness, 1 p.m., 1 Holiness speech at the 80th United Nations Assembly. And what are his CARICOM readers saying? So it's going to be Irfaan Ali. I've chosen Guyana. Today is going to be Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Then I'll bring. That's what I know. You Caribbeans, you are so special. Jamaicans, you know how I love you. I'm falling in love with the Caribbean because you know how to choose chairman of the CARICOM. The Prime Minister of Jamaica doesn't forget to update the other leaders about what he's doing and what he's done to Jamaica. The economy. He's so proud to talk about Jamaica economy. I'll be the same if I was in his shoes. I'll be so happy. That's why that day on that flight, he was so excited. You can see his Minister of Affairs, Foreign Affairs, Johnson Smith, is always there, organized. A minister who is organized. You know what I like about women who are leaders? When they shine, when they've got a voice, when you can see that these women are strong, they can stand out there and address those leaders. You know, they are in suits, they sit there quiet, and everyone is watching you. I don't know how many people are there, but you saw how Johnson Smith, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Jamaica, standing out there everywhere. Guys, this world It's not on a man's world. It's both men and women world. Because all of them, they can stand out there, become leaders. And Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, is one of the leaders who knows whom he can serve with, so that Jamaica can prosper, can grow. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Let me explain to you what the Prime Minister said the time he was addressing these global leaders. Were you there to listen? I attended the live on Facebook. I was 1 p.m. One Holness, best Prime Minister ever, and Tiami was there because I got that notification. I really enjoyed being one of them, and it was so live. I'm like, oh, that's our Prime Minister. What you are saying, Prime Minister, there is evidence that you've done that to Jamaicans, and the world knows. Let's listen. Listen to this speech by Honorable Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the chair of CARICOM. No country is too small to be heard. Holness stressed that small states must have a voice in global affairs and called for multilateral systems to be more responsive and fair to nations with small economies and capacities. You've heard, representing all small countries. Their voice must hear. It doesn't matter how small, how big you are, but all the voices must be held, whether we like it or not. Strong speech already. The opening, brilliant. Reform and multilateral and financial systems. That's the second point. The first one was key themes and highlights. He argued urgent reform of global multilateral systems so that small nations can gain better access to concessional financing and climate funds. Jamaica's own achievement in debt reduction and fiscal discipline were cited. Debt to GDP reduced to minus 62%. You can see, just imagine, addressing the nation, talking about everything in general, representing all small voices, but not forgetting to show, to demonstrate that this is what is happening in Jamaica. As a leader, this is what I've done. These are the achievements so far. But he noted the country remains constrained by the metrics used by leaders. He advocated for adoption of a multidimensional vulnerability index and for innovations like debt for climate, swaps, debt for nature swaps, and blended finance to unlock sustainable development financing. Sustainable development financing. Hey. Third point, global crime, gangs and security. This is very, very serious issue. These issues have affected the Caribbean area and even other areas in the world. What did the Prime Minister, Honorable Andrew Holness, said about this? Holness called for a global war on gangs, global, not only Caribbean, even if it's an issue around Caribbean, but he noted that it's an issue globally, not only in Caribbean. So what do we need to do? Describing transnational criminal networks as having resources that rival nation states. Networks, these gangs, they've got networks. They might be performing, might be in the oceans of Caribbean, but at the end of the day, those networks is all over around the world. You know how it reaches. How does all these gangs operate? There are some networks around the world. He argued coordinated international effort through intelligence sharing intelligence. That's the most important thing. Don't think that we are on our own. We can tackle these issues. No, you need to share information. Intelligence. For example, intelligent people from US or from other one going there, even sharing. Send some specialists with other knowledges like, with us, this is what we are doing. We've done this so far. This is this is what we are using. These are the right method to deal with this. This is what is all about. Sharing intelligence. It's not a one-man job to tackle gangs, crime, and security for the whole world, because this world needs peace, needs security. Stricter control of arms transfers, border security strengthening, and law enforcement cooperation to dismantle these networks. In particular, he emphasized that Caribbean region security mechanisms alone are insufficient to counter the scale of the threat. As I said, sharing intelligence and working together. And also, the whole world has to be part of it. They have to be included to tackle these issues. Conflict and humanitarian issues and diplomacy. On Haiti, he lamented political instability, governance, challenges, and insecurity. He called on the international community to support restoring constitutional order, democratic institutions, reconstruction, and humanitarian relief. Guys, the Haiti issue needs each and every country, the world there, each and every government to be part of it. It's not an issue only for the Caribbean areas, no. This is what Prime Minister Andrew Holness is asking, is explaining to different nations out there that this is what is all about. One person on Haiti cannot tackle this problem. Regarding the Middle East, which is a major thing, the Gaza issue, Holness condemned the October 7, 2023. That on 7th October, abduction, attack on Israel, while expressing deep concern over the humanitarian consequences of military operations in Palestinian territories. The issues there. Each and every member there have been talking about it. Even Irfaan Ali, president of Guyana, you are going to listen to the message by him. He's been talking about it. These are the issues needs to be dealt with. We don't want wars. PM Andrew Holness said no wars, but we need to look into both sides. We cannot defend only one side, but we need to criticize both sides that they need to do the right thing. Hamas do the right thing. Israel also do the right thing, because a lot of lives are ending there. Kids are suffering. Kids are being slaughtered there. It's not what we want in this world. Wow, He called for diplomacy, a just ceasefire, and release of hostages. Climate change, I would say climate change, loss and damage adaptation. As a small island development state, in short, SIDS, Jamaica faces frequent climate shocks. Hurricanes, droughts, erratic rainfall. Holness emphasized the reality of climate change for island states. He reiterated Jamaica's commitment to net zero by 2050, a 50% renewable energy target by 2030, setting targets. A proper government knows how to set targets. It's not about just saying, do you know what? It's ongoing. We don't know what is going to happen, or making false promises. No. These are targets set by 2050 and 2030, and implementation of a national adaptation plan. However, he argued that SIDS are constrained by lack of predictable climate finance and the unfulfilled commitments of developed countries, e.g. US 100 billion a year. The initial capitalization of the loss and damage fund is about US 800 million, was called grossly inadequate. We need more money to deal with these issues, not the amount that war is there, but we need more. Commitment to UN principles and UN 80 reform. Holness reaffirmed Jamaica's 63 years of membership. Jamaica has been a member of UN for 63 years. Oh my God. Congratulations, Jamaica. And its dedication to the UN Charter. He welcomed the UN 80 initiative. UN 80 means this year they are celebrating 80 years of UN. UN is celebrating 80th birthday. IE system-wide review, reform, and called for concrete action, institutional renewal, more democracy, representativeness and responsiveness. Oh my God, forgive me. In the UN system, he argued that multilateralism must work for all, not just the powerful. No, it doesn't work like that. Whether we like it or not, it doesn't work like that. Prime Minister Holness said, no. It cannot be on a one-sided. No, it has to be both included. Where the benefits of globalization are shared and small states are respected. Small states have to be respected. It's not only the so-called powerful. This was speech to the world by the Prime Minister, Honorable Andrew Holness. Jamaicans, you are so blessed. You are blessed to have this leader, a God-fearing leader. Now, let's continue.
You
issue.
have endured repeated threats and aggression from the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. The territorial controversy between our states is now before the International Court of Justice, which has twice reaffirmed its jurisdiction and which in 2023 issued provisional measures ordering Venezuela to refrain from altering the status quo. Yet, Venezuela persists with unilateral laws and threats of annexation, flagrantly violating international law, the UN Charter, and the very principles that sustain global order. If the rights of a small state can be trampled upon and legally binding orders ignored, what protection remains for any nation under international law? Yet, Guyana continues to repose confidence in...
You've heard his speech. I'm not playing the whole speech, but I'll try just to explain to you what points did he make. He warned on the illusion of global multilateralism and cautioned that the UN's mission to maintain peace would ring hollow if power trumps over principle and might override right. He stressed that the survival and progress of humanity are not mortgaged to the ambitions of the power. Global crises and shared challenges. That's the second point. The president highlighted the compounding global crises. There's a list here. Geopolitical tension, food insecurity, forced displacement, human rights violation, climate change pressures. He warned that Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, are under threat due to declining development support, shrinking budgets, rising humanitarian costs, and stagnating peacekeeping resources. What was the third point? Conflict and humanitarian concerns. On Gaza, President Ali offered a strong condemnation, calling some actions mass extermination. He reiterated condemnation of the Hamas attack on Israel on 7th October 2023 and demanded the immediate and unconditional release of all hostages. You can see the same routine, the same points, and demanded the immediate and unconditional release of all hostages, while also criticizing Israel's action as having shattered any pretense of legitimate self-defense. As you know, I said already about what is happening in Gaza, and all of us, we know. Fourth point, regional focus and sovereignty issues. He called for decisive UN intervention in Haiti. You can see Haiti is there. Major issue, one of including enforcement, arms embargoes, and supporting a mission authorized by UN. He called for decisive UN intervention in Haiti, including enforcing arms embargoes and supporting a mission authorized by the UN. On the Venezuela-Guyana territorial dispute, he reaffirmed Guyana's reliance on international law and the International Court of Justice as the proper forum to settle the matter. Flaws and relevance of the UN. President Ali argued that over 8 decades, the UN has been indispensable for creating international law, promoting development and rights, resolving disputes, providing humanitarian assistance, and supporting decolonization and self-determination. He posed that the UN is now at a crossroads, It must choose whether to allow the ambition of powerful states to compromise the charter. As you can see, this is another speech by one of the CARICOM leaders, whose chairman is Prime Minister Andrew Holness. All of them, they are in the same direction. Jamaicans, you are so blessed to have this leadership, because all these points demonstrates how Prime Minister Andrew Holness' leadership is a benefit to Jamaica and the world as a whole. You can see he's not there talking only about Jamaica or the Caribbean, but he's there talking to the global leaders, including them, making sure that we have to work together, share information. Jamaica without others is not Jamaica. And other nations without Jamaica, they can't be those nations. We need to work together. Our leaders are telling us how working together as one can help to make this world a peaceful world. Not each and every day worried about what is going to happen tomorrow. Oh, every time on TV, wars, this one is fighting this one. Oh, we are worried. If it rains now, how many houses will be flooded? How many, crops or trees will be damaged? No. Oh, no. What about these gang-related issues? Gangs everywhere. No, we want the world, a peaceful world. God created us as brothers and sisters. We need, whether white, black, red, green, we are all one. So this world must be a peaceful world for our future generation. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you watch from the beginning till the end. Shower your Auntie Yami with love. Do you know how much zeros today? It's 50 and 60 because we've reached 5,000 plus subscribers. Oh, you people, you are so organic. I love you so much. Thank you very much for 5,000 plus subscribers. Road to 10,000. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Share. Ask Shower Auntie Yami with love. Let's grow this channel because it's an organic channel. Whatever we talk about here is about organic and reality. The leaders we praise here, it's not about us thinking that, oh, today I'm going to choose this leader and praise. No. We don't get paid. But at the end of the day, if a leader is performing, Auntie Yami will come here and talk about that leader. Because I want this generation to know that we still have leaders there like Andrew Holness, PM of Jamaica, who is there to deliver, who has knowledge where he can even share other leaders who are there, just seated there, thinking that it's honeymoon time for their leadership. But PM Andrew Holness said yesterday, even if we are here, when we go back home, we are going to be hands-on, performing for Jamaicans, performing for CARICOM. We are so blessed, Jamaicans. Thank you very much once again for your love. Don't forget to shower your auntie with love. Thank you. God bless you as you watch this video from the beginning till the end. And have a blessed weekend. God bless you, and God bless our leader, Andrew Holness. Jamaicans, continue praying for Prime Minister Andrew Holness, because you are so blessed. The God of Andrew Holness is there to save you. Thank you, thank you. Ciao, ciao. Bye.
Streets to the quiet hills.